Hello, welcome to Reviews with Puppies. We've only got one puppy today, Bosco. I'm Finn.
I'm Chad.
And we'll be starting off by reviewing Ladybird.
Mom, you should just go to City College. You know, with your work ethic, just go to City College and then to jail, and then back to City College, and then maybe you'd learn to pull yourself up and not expect everybody to do everything.
It is about a young girl in 2003, Sacramento, as she finishes up high school. She hates Sacramento. She has a really love-hate relationship with her family, her brother, especially her mother.
I think the big thing about this film is that, whilst obviously what the lead character, I can't even pronounce the actress's name.
It's really Irish. It's
yeah.
Ciara.
She's amazing. She's 23. She's playing a 17-year-old in this.
And she looks at. I love. You mentioned this, that they pockmark her face.
Yeah, just the fact that she has bad skin in this film, I love so much because everyone in this film
is related to it.
But just to see a lead character in this film with bad skin just sums it up for me because everything here is so real, so well realised.
I don't think this film breaks any new ground. I think it's so authentic. The acting is perfect. It's very autobiographical, and it seems so lived in. And the way she talks to her mother, and the way, you know, the little fights and the grievances, and then the immediate apologies. It felt like my relationship with my parents, and that kind of aching. You're in a big city, but you've sort of romanticized everything outside of it. There's this beautiful montage at the end of the film that is so subtle and so understated. But there's this job interview scene where, again, a very subtle gesture about straightening your tie, and it is just aching with affection.
Yeah.
And you realise that this single relationship between a mother and a daughter is one of this great network in this loving community. It's a very uplifting film.
Everyone is so well realised, and everyone has their own story that you can imagine when the scene with Ladybird is over. They've got their own lives going on.
Exactly.
This wasn't a big thing for me, but I read up a bit later how it's about this Catholic school girl and how that is treated in the film as well.
I didn't go to Catholic school, so.
Neither did I.
No.
But I think it was just an interesting point because whilst you say it didn't break new ground, I think it was a really nice, almost twist or just new insight into the coming of age genre with this Catholic kind of undertone to it, and how they're not made fun of.
No.
How they're not kind of made out to be.
No one's made fun.
Yeah, how they're not made out to be either like this the big nasty or anything. They're actually really lovely.
They're wise. We're at the point where religious figures are sort of immediately mocked.
So I'm so used to Catholic films being, you know, extremes like Spotlight or Calvary, where it's just the most horrible effects.
I was waiting for the constant pedophilic jokes, and they're just not there. These are kind of older women who love and cherish these girls and want the best for them.
Chad, what was your rating for Ladybird?
My rating for Ladybird was 8 out of 10.
I'm giving it an 8.5. Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
Phantom Thread is about OCD, control freak, fashion designer played by Daniel Day-Lewis, who forms a relationship with a waitress who he ends up using her as his kind of model / subject / lab experiment.
I loved it. Full disclosure, I'm a big fan of P.T. Anderson. Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood is one of my all-time favourite films.
Very different to Boogie Nights.
Yeah, but all of his films are about errors ending, right? And the consequences of errors ending. And this was about this kind of post-war England and that newfound confidence evaporating, right? It's really the cultural end of the empire, and it never talks about that, but that's implicit in the changing fashion styles. It's implicit in the film. A long time I was thinking, this is a beautiful film, I'm liking it a bit, but not amazing. It's just a relationship, he's insufferable. And then very slowly you realise that she is not what you expect. And there's a real darkness that emerges between the two of them. And this film could have very, very easily, there's plenty of films like it, where this artistic genius but like insufferable, sort of misogynist, sort of torments the women in his life. But the film becomes how the two women, his sister and the muse, really push back and create these strategies in dealing with him. And as the film goes on, as the routine of the film goes on, it becomes incredibly destructive, and it's you just cannot look away.
I think the ending is amazing.
The final scene,
I think whatever you think of the film, you will take something from the ending, because it's quite I don't know what the word would be, but profound almost. It's
shocking.
Yeah, it is. It's a shocking ending, and it's all about like how you look at relationships, your opinion of love and commitment. Because for me, it was really hard to get with this film for the first third. It is very, very slow, and I think people need to know that before they go in. It's definitely an art house film. I think it's very sophisticated, very mature, and I feel the reason I say this might sound a bit odd is because something like 3 Billboards, which is much more graphic.
Which was the only film this year I thought was better.
I definitely think 3 Billboards is better.
The performances are perfect. It breaks my heart, this is Daniel Day-Lewis' last film. But,
I can't disrespect his profession. I find that a bit pretentious.
Totally. 10 out of 10. Perfect.
10 out of 10. Really?
I thought it was. What was wrong with it? What was it? The acting was perfect. The score was perfect. It was beautiful. The costume design was stunning. Let me get back to the acting.
The more I think about it, the more I appreciate it. But at the same time, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10.
It's right because it's right. Because it's beautiful. Maybe one day you'll change your taste, Alma.
Maybe not.
Maybe you have no taste.
Maybe I like my own taste.
Yes, just enough to get you into trouble.
Perhaps I'm looking for trouble.
Stop!